The Barren County Trojanettes came back the following night and defeated Greenwood 56-52 in a home game. And tonight, Barren County faces one of their toughest opponents of the season as they host the top-ranked team in Region 12, the Lady Maroons of Pulaski County. Hi, everybody, from Bobby Steenberg and Court at Barren County High School Gym. Jay Turner along with Robert Bauer. Todd Belcher, our studio producer, here on the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off. Coach Piper Lindsay's Barren County Trojanettes improved to 16-5 on the season with a 4-point win over Greenwood on Tuesday night. Abby Varney, who had only scored 6 points against Bowling Green the night before, finished with 21. Pulaski County under their head coach Chris Atkins, 122 wins and 77 losses overall, has a 15-5 record. They're ranked number 1 in Region 12, ahead of Rockcastle County, Danville Christian, Southwestern Pulaski, and West Jessamine. They defeated Greenwood on Saturday night in their last game, 65-46. Sydney Martin, the top-rated player in Region 12, finished with a double-double, 22 points and 10 rebounds. She led 3 other players that scored in double figures. They play in the 47th district with Rockcastle County, Somerset, and Casey County. They have won 4 of their last 5 games and have played some pretty stiff competition. They have wins over Madison Central, Owensboro, Henderson County, Louisville Mercy Academy, Louisville Butler, John Hardin, Elizabethtown, Somerset, Danville, and Casey County. And 3 of the 5 losses were close games. They lost to Ryle by 8, Rockcastle by 2, and Southwestern by 8. They lost to Cooper by 21. Pulaski County finished 26-7 last season and defeated the Trojanettes by just 3 points, 53-50. Abby Varney had 23 points for Barren County, while Sydney Martin scored 29 for Pulaski County. And this will be just the 3rd time these two teams have met. Pulaski County won in 2021, 57-35, and this Pulaski County team has played a very tough schedule, and Robert, this team loves to shoot a 3. They've made 161, which is an average of 8 per game.
Yeah, you saw that in the JV game. Their girls really like to shoot a 3, and they're a really good team. You know, you mentioned their losses are to some really tough competition. Cooper's number 2 in the state, top 5 consistently all year. And then one of the other losses is the top 15 Ryle. Rockcastle is in the top 20. So they are really good. We went down there and laid an egg in the first half. I think we got down by as much as 20 possibly and chipped away at it and actually had a shot to win it at the end. It didn't. But we know very easily what this team is capable of. They're going to get after you. They're going to shoot the ball. They're going to be very fundamental, not turn it over very much. We played them in the summer. So we have played them a little bit more than maybe what's on the record sheet just a couple of times last year and then a couple years ago. So this is a good matchup for us. It's a very good matchup for us. JV girls, I think we play a lot like their varsity girls who just shoot the ball, move it around very well, give you a little bit of pressure that you got to take care of it. And so this is a really good test for us. I like this addition to our schedule. I don't like that it's a single game, obviously, but you know, the schedule has gotten tougher this year than it has in the past, and I think that's what we have to have when you come down the stretch and you see your toughest teams in the regional tournament. That can't be the only time and you see a tough team like that. So the schedule is tough. This is a tough stretch. Playing Bowling Green the other night, Franklin staring us down. I know we got some games in between that, but really a tough stretch before you kind of go into your closeout stretch for the rest of the year. So I'm excited to see where our girls are tonight. They're loose. They're joking around, having normal pregame activities, but they look like they're kind of in a good frame of mind, and they're ready to go tonight. So excited to see where we're at.
We got more to come on Franklin Glasgow Countdown to tip-off. We'll take a look at some numbers. We'll break them down, match them up between Barren County and Pulaski County. We'll return after this break. Trojanet basketball on 104.7 The Score.
I have been taking ag class since my 8th grade year. In 8th grade, I was able to be the BCMS FFA secretary, and that's when I first started falling in love with FFA and ag classes. It has made me such a better public speaker. Before FFA, I was scared to get up on the stage and give a speech or even perform with the drama club. But now it has helped me become a better speaker, a better leader, a better server as well, because FFA is also very service-based, and it really has helped me come out of my comfort zone.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm gonna own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
Trojanettes and the Pulaski County Lady Maroons out of Region 12, District 47. And as we break down some numbers for you, the Pulaski County Lady Maroons average 63 points a game. They outscore their opponents by an average of 14. Their opponents average around 49 points a game. They shoot 43% from the field. They've made 161 three-point shots this season, shooting at 33%. That's an average of about 8 per game. They shoot almost 70% from the foul line, and they average 32 rebounds a game. The Trojanettes are averaging about 54 points a game, giving up 38.9, so they outscore their opponents by an average of 16. Shooting 44.2% from the field. They've made 54 threes on the season, That's an average between 2 and 3 per game at 28.6%. The Trojanettes average 27.3 rebounds a game. Well, it's a big slate of schedule tonight on the CRS construction area schedule, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. No, really, I'm only kidding. There's only 2 games in the area tonight. Glasgow Scotty boys and girls hosting Clinton County, and Hart County boys hosting Bluegrass Blazers.
Yeah, big slate tonight. Not going to be a whole lot of updates.
That's it for a Thursday night. Of course, we don't have any games tomorrow night, but the Trojans will be in action Saturday up at the Ruoff Mortgage Basketball Classic at Owensboro Sports Center. Starts at 10:30 Saturday morning. Evansville Day School, not the night school, but the day school, will play Whitesville Trinity. That'll be followed by Evansville North against Davis County. In the afternoon session, it's 1:40 McLean County against Hancock County boys. And then their girls take to the court, McLean County and Hancock County. Following that one, about 3:15. Louisville Butler and Ohio County at 4:50. And then 6:30, Muhlenberg County and Evangel Christian. Evangel Christian was the All-A state runner-up in Newport. And a very good basketball team. And the final game of the night at 8 p.m., which it won't start at 8. It'll be more closer to 9, I would say. Barren County Trojans and the Butler County Bears. And you look at that game, look at those two teams. We're the farthest away from Owensboro, but we got the last game. Now go figure. But that's the way it is. So we'll be in Owensboro on Saturday night to bring you that broadcast of the Trojans and the Bears of Butler County. And Butler County is a very good basketball team.
Yeah, in some ways, that game Saturday night is kind of like the girls' game tonight. You know, they've got a top 5 scorer in the state. Does Butler County. Pulaski County actually has a top 20 scorer. Sydney Martin is the 20th point getter in the state. And really, they are a really good basketball team, but they're probably rated 3rd in their region behind Southwestern and Danville Christian. Or Rochester, actually. If you look at it, Danville Christian is rated top 15 in the state. Pulaski is actually not rated this time when we played them. So
they lost to Rockcastle by just 2.
Yeah. So on paper, what the Cantrell ratings has Rockcastle, Danville Christian, and then Pulaski County all separated by a total of like 3 points. So Southwestern is right there behind them. So that's a pretty good region that they play in, pretty good district that they play in, to be honest with you, too. So I like this test tonight just because they got a really good score. They put up a ton of points. They shoot the 3. We're going to have to be really cognizant on the defensive end where their shooters are, and they've got 3 or 4 of them, including the Martin girl who is by far their best player and maybe the best player in that region.
Yeah. They have 6 players that can knock down the 3. Martin's hit 33, Madeline Butcher 31, Maggie Holt 27, Brooklyn Thomas 19, Hannah Murray has 16, and Taylor Roston, that comes off the bench, has made 26 3-point shots this year. Starting lineup, we come back after the break. The Trojans against Pulaski County here on 104.7 The Score.
Here at the business department, we offer 5 different career pathways: accounting, admin support, entrepreneurship, management, and marketing. We're also adding travel and tourism to our department also.
Name one career field that doesn't use business skills. You can't, because business skills translate across all careers.
Well, the FBLA and the business pathways are so much fun, and the teachers are amazing. Miss Wright, Miss Rush, and Miss Childress are like my moms at school, and they're awesome. I personally love the marketing pathway, and that's the pathway that I have completed. And so it's a lot of fun, and you get to do co-op your senior year if you've completed the pathway. My co-op is amazing, and I love it here. But the business pathway just has allowed me so many new opportunities to meet new friends. My best friends are in the business pathway, and I met them when I was a freshman. And we have just completed this pathway together and had so much fun.
we start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 Little Pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
Classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow. And so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
Brought to you by SCRTC. SCRTC Total Communications for the Lady-Falcons of Pulaski County with a record of 15-5 under 7th-year head coach Chris Atkins. He'll start Sydney Martin, number 31, a 5'11 senior, averaging 21.7 points and 8.2 rebounds a game. Madeline Butcher, number 20, a 5'8 sophomore, averages 11. Brooklyn Thomas, number 15, a 5'8 sophomore, 7.7 points, 6 rebounds. Maggie Holt, number 33, a 5'7 senior, 7 points, 7.6 rebounds. And Hannah Murray, number 25, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 5.5 points a game. So 2 seniors, 3 sophomores in the starting lineup for Pulaski County. Barren County Trojanettes under 9th-year head coach Piper Lindsay, 203 wins, 75 losses. Assistant coaches Scott Chapman, Brent Spillman, and Michael Toms. Abby Varney, number 11, a 5'8 senior, averaging 16.8 points, 6.5 rebounds. Katie Elmore, number 10, a 5'6 junior, averages 6.2. Katie Gerald's number 30, 5'7 junior, 4.8 a game. Taylor Strange, number 14, a 5'10 junior, averages 5. And Ashley Atkinson, number 35, a 5'8 sophomore, averages 5 points and 4.5 rebounds. When we come back, we'll have the Farmers RACC Jackie Brownie Memorial Opening Tip-Off, and our first quarter of action tonight brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. It's Trojanet basketball on 104.7 The Score.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities and has prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction, but ultimately in the end, they have to build these things, and that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
For me, favorite thing to teach is just anything coding. I guess if I'm picking something specific, it would be JavaScript. That's just my first programming language that I learned, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like there's so many fun things that we can do with that. For outcomes, just seeing any students like continue in the field, even students prior that I've seen like go on to working in different software development jobs, and I even get to like bring them back in after and be guest speakers to my other students, is just so, I feel like such an awesome thing to get to have and get to see.
It's definitely not what you think it is. There's a lot of different people. You meet a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives. It's really a community, and you're kind of there to just help each other.
Just this career, like pathway in general, not just like the pathway here, but just this career, I feel like can be a great opportunity. The flexibility that comes with it, and obviously the pay, that's just something that's great for anyone that's interested in it.
You're following Trojanet basketball on 104.7 FM and 1230 AM WCDS Glasgow, and online at 104thescore.com and BC Live tonight. Pulaski County maroon uniforms, white numbers and letters, Pulaski across the front of their jerseys. The Trojanettes in their home white with burgundy numbers and letters outlined in gold. The officials for tonight's game, Larry Hammer, Chris Sweeney, Mike Carby. The officials are sponsored by Monticello Banking Company, NBC, a proud supporter of Barren County basketball. Abby Varney in the jump circle for Barren County, and it is Maggie Holt for Pulaski County. Trojanettes moving from left to right. Pulaski County right to left. Chris Sweeney tosses it up. Pulaski County controls it. Setting it up as Butcher. Butcher sends it off the left side. They feed it in the lane. Going up with a shot. It is going to be a traveling violation on Thomas. So Barren County will get the basketball. Pulaski County will set up with their full court press. Comes into Strange. And going to have a foul here. Went to Gerald's. Fouled from behind on Martin. Barren County takes it out. Gerald's to Varney. Varney on the dribble, gets it across the timeline. Takes it to the left side, reverses out. Sends it straight away. Atkinson back over to Varney. Varney trying to penetrate into the crowd. Goes to Atkinson, 12-footer, no good. And the rebound comes off to Pulaski County's Maggie Holt. Holt stops, shoots the three, and it's no good. Rebound comes up to Gerald's. Gives it to Varney. Push it down the floor. And a diagonal pass over the head of Strange and out of bounds. Score update of the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow leads 43-37 with 2:39 left in the third quarter against Clinton County. Played almost a minute. Neither team has scored. Pulaski County with the basketball. Martin feeds it in the lane to Holt. Throws it over the right side for a three that swishes through the net, and that is Butcher with her 32nd three-point shot this year.
Got the second most of any in the team, and she shot that a little deep and with a hand in her face.
Trojanettes break the press. Here's Barney going under, putting it up and in as her defender flew by.
She had a challenge there from Holt, but she let her fly by and kept her feet, didn't walk.
90 seconds into the contest, 3-2, Pulaski County. Butcher goes right side over to Murray. Murray for a three. It's off high. Good block out by Varney. It's the rebound. She'll bring it into the front court for the Trojanettes. In the middle, Strange. Off it goes. Atkinson out of the corner for the shot. Good, a long two.
I said it the other night, and we were talking a little before the game. The JV did a good job with it, passing with a purpose. That was an inside-out, quick ball movement. You got to keep Pulaski moving on defense. just like they're going to try to do to us.
Butcher sends it over to Murray. Murray covered up, feeds it in there to Thomas down low, back in the corner.
Oh, it's a double dribble.
Should have been a double dribble. Holt throws it cross court. Butcher goes into the lane. Back to Thomas for a three-point shot. It's off the mark. Ball slapped out of bounds by Martin. It'll be going over to Barren County.
They shoot more threes than our boys do, don't they?
Well,
they let it fly.
How many attempts? I didn't look at the attempts but they've made 161 and getting forced to the floor. Foul going to be on Holt.
They have attempted this year 486 threes.
486. Of course, that's a shooting percentage of 33%. 4-3, Trojanettes lead at Varney. Weaves through traffic. Bounce pass underneath. Gerald's puts it up and in.
Again, good passing, good job keeping it moving. So 45% of their shot attempts on the year have been from three. Tonight, all 4 of their shot attempts have been from deep.
6-3, Trojanettes lead it. Crossover move by Butcher. Throws it back out, and it's going to.
Oh,
yeah,
she
it
did.
was over and back. Or was it tipped?
It was tipped, but she gained possession right there where Taylor Strange's foot is.
Yep.
And then she moved over to the other side. So that was a good call there by Mr. Sweeney.
So Barren County's basketball, 5:12 to go here in the first period, leading Pulaski County 6-3. And they're guarding Varney. That's Butcher putting the pressure on Varney, and she'll back off now. Gives it to Elmore. Elmore hooks it back over to Varney, out front on the left side. Back straight away to Elmore. Elmore goes down to the corner to Gerald's. Gerald, one dribble, floats it back out to Elmore. Elmore now looking, sends it over to Varney on the left side. She wants to drive, leaves it in the corner with Atkinson. Atkinson circles around, and the pass is deflected. Coming up with it's Holt. Holt behind the back pass to Martin, and she lays it up and in.
Good job. She left it for the trailer and set a screen, so she had an open shot. We passed up a couple of shots there we need to shoot before we turn it over.
Atkinson falling down. Got into a trap. Maybe got a little bump there, too. There's a shot going up and in for Butcher.
I'd rather him call the walk there so we'd get a dead ball turnover and we get back.
And a 30-second timeout by Pulaski County here. 4:25 to go in the opening quarter. Pulaski County 7, Barren County 6.
It's a 2-2-1, and they drop back into a very active 2-3, matchup 2-3 that continually moves. It's not really predictable where people are going to be, so you have to make them move. You have to continually not leave space open, vacate things, and just move around. So they do that predominantly all the time. It's not like somebody just throws a time or two at you with a 2-2-1, a 1-2-2, 1-3-1. They do it all the time. So they are well versed at what they're doing, and it makes it difficult on their opponent. And that's why they are as good as they are too.
Get the local news, information about local events, and much more that you need to know from Barren County and Glasgow online by logging on to GlasgowNews1.com. Trojanettes with the basketball. Elmore will push it across down the right side. She's going to head to the hoop and puts it in.
That's the easiest press break you could have right there, but it's all about a read. You read where the traps come from. They cheated middle, and she just kept going straight to the bucket.
And 4 different Trojanettes are in the scorebook here, 8-7. We played half the quarter. Butcher on the right side with it for Pulaski County. Brings it back out front. Calls the play. Leaves it there with Holt. Holt in the corner to Thomas. Thomas dribbles up. Gives it to Martin. Martin has picked up her dribble. Cross-court pass knocked away, and Atkinson wins it. 1-on-2. Feeds it off underneath. Elmore lays it in.
Good job, Elmore, running the floor there. She was kind of in between. Do I continue to challenge this defender or not? And Elmore gave her a nice little outlet.
Second field goal for Katie Elmore. It's 10-7. Here's a long three straight away. Good. Knocking it down, Holt.
What they're good at, what they're comfortable with. You got to make that shot uncomfortable. You really want them to put it on the floor and drive before they shoot that.
Atkinson, diagonal pass to Gerald's. Gerald's little pump fake, puts it up. Oh, she missed it.
Got to make that.
Rebound to Martin for Pulaski County. Baseball pass from Holt up to Butcher. Butcher steps back, shoots the 3-ball, knocks it down.
Back-to-back threes. That was our first miss in our last 5 attempts, but they're back-to-back threes. Pull them ahead.
Varney drives. fakes, puts it up and in off the window.
Little contact, let it fly by. I think they're just kind of letting a little go each way there.
13-12, Pulaski County is it by 1 point. Here's Butcher with a basketball for the Lady Maroons. Now it comes to Murray. Sends it over to Thomas on the right side. Thomas feeds it to Martin. Martin turns, fires a 10-footer. It is no good. Strange had it for a moment, got fouled. It'll be on hold, her second. Team's third of the quarter. And coming in for Pulaski County now is Michaela Monroe, a 6-foot 8th grader, number 12. And also in is number 1, Taylon Ralston, a 5'6 junior. Here's a feed. It's broken up, but Helmore saved it. Gerald's 12-footer rattles it down.
That was a gutsy shot attempt there because she had no help on the backside, but she was open, and I like that 10-foot jumper there.
14-13. Trojanettes back on top by 1. Here's Ralston giving it over the left side, and then Martin driving, spinning. Gets into a trap, throws it up with the left hand, and put it in.
Made it tough on her. You almost got to jump all out of it, but you still made it tough on her.
15-14, Pulaski County. Varney gets it across, got into a double team, falls down, feeds it off to Gerald's. Gerald's in the paint, turns off to Strange to the free throw line, fires it up, and got it from the right side of the free throw line.
Making jump shots. We have shot a ton of them tonight. Not only layups, we've been successful with those, but making it from all over the floor.
Strange gets her first 2 points tonight. It's 16-15. Trojanettes back on top by 1. A minute 26 to play in the opening quarter. Here's the lob into Martin. Left elbow, turns against Varney. Throws it back out now to Monroe. Monroe will bounce it out now to Butcher to set it up. Butcher gets a screen, takes it to the right side, being chased in a double team. And they whip it around the perimeter, and they dump it down to Martin. Martin turns, throws it up and in.
Abby made her vacate that spot and actually got her to go from about 3 feet to 6 feet, but she still made the turnaround jumper.
17-16, Pulaski County now. Here's Varney weaving through traffic, kicks it off for the right baseline. Gerald's floats it back into Varney in the lane, trying to go up with it. She's fouled. It'll be on Thomas. Her first, team's fourth. Abby Varney will be at the charity line for the Trojanettes. Varney on the season, a 74% shooter. Puts it up and in. Katie Murphy checks into the Trojanet lineup, a 5'6 senior. Shelby Bird, a 5'6 freshman, who averages 9 points a game on the varsity. Murphy averages about 3. There's played in 6 games this year. Varney hits both free throws. Barren County back on top, 18-17, 44 seconds to play the opening quarter. Butcher with the basketball for Pulaski County. Takes it to the left side, and with it is Ralston. Ralston gives it back down to the corner to Butcher. Butcher gets a screen from Thomas, dribbles out. Down to 30 seconds to play here in the quarter. Butcher, right side over to Ralston. Ralston out top now, Thomas with it. Thomas gives it now to Butcher. Down to 16 seconds to play. As they hold it for the last shot of the quarter. 10 seconds left. Butcher, right side. Ralston, kick it out in the corner. Thomas, a 3, bangs it in.
That's what makes them so good. You make their best player give it up, and they got somebody to get it to in the corner and hit it.
Yep, and they have made 4 threes in the first quarter. They lead Barren County 20-18 after 1. We'll return after this break on 104 The Score.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
In that first quarter, they average 8 per game, so they're halfway there on their average of 3-point shots. The Lady Maroons lead the Trojanettes 20-18. So we start quarter number 2, sponsored by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Murphy gives it to Elmore. Back to Murphy on the right wing. Looking. And a pass knocked away. Tried to go to Varney, left elbow. And it's picked off. Pulaski County putting up the 3-point shot. Butcher, no good. Murphy with a rebound for the Trojanettes. Murphy fires it off. It's Varney. 3, no good. Ball tapped out. Martin grabs it for Pulaski County, gives to Thomas, and now to Butcher.
It's our first 3 attempt of the night. That was a really well-played first quarter. 3 turnovers each way. We shot 8 of 10. They shot 8 of 12. So highly competitive, well-played game so far.
Martin with it, sends it off to Butcher. Butcher curls around to the key. Now they give it back off for a long 3. Ralston banked it in.
That's what it was the other night, wasn't it? At Bowling Green. You know they're shooting the ball well when they're banking in threes. 5 threes. They're 5 of 9 from deep.
Wow. 23-18, Pulaski County. Here's Murphy out top of Elmore. They try to feed it in the middle there to Bird. It was got batted back. Elmore baseline. Murphy fires and hits.
We don't need to match them 3 for 3. We need to kind of stay within a possession or two. Don't let it get to 20 like it did down there last year.
Right.
But you have to just make solid shots within your offense. Doesn't have to be a 3.
Yep. Driving to the basket. No. That was Butcher. Barren County back the other way. Elmore driving under. Puts it up. Missed the shot from the left layup. And here comes Pulaski County. Back up the court. It's Thomas with it. Thomas stops and hands it off to Butcher.
We have no offensive rebounds. We need somebody running the floor there with Elmore to be able to help her and follow that up in case she missed like she did.
There's a pass down low. Martin's got it. Martin turns, fires it cross court to the corner. 3-pointer in the air. Monroe, no, it's an air ball. Loose ball underneath and dug it out of there. That's Varney. Varney, 2-on-2. Varney pulls up, 15-footer. Good.
Well, we're shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. And when you see 2 or 3, 4 shots go in and everybody's making shots, it gives you that ability and that confidence to let her fly.
23-22, Pulaski County with a 1-point lead, 5:38 to play in the first half. Ralston with it on the left side. Pass deflected by Murphy, slapped it into the back court, chased down by Butcher.
Maybe she couldn't get it, but didn't want them to get it back either.
And now Butcher goes left to Martin, gets a screen. Now looks out around to Monroe. Here's Butcher. 3-point shot is in there.
Wow.
3 of them for Madeline Butcher. She averages 11 points a game, and that's what she has right now, 11. It's 26-22. And the ball gets knocked away out of Varney's hands. Here comes Martin with a behind-the-back dribble. Scoops up the shot. She missed it. Rebound to Gerald's. Hands it off to Murphy. 4:50 to play and a half. Barren down by 4. Murphy, right side, over to Bird. Back to Murphy, top of the key. Can't shoot. Back to Bird. She's going to fire it. Right wing 3. No.
Good.
Long rebound back to Murphy. Thought about the 3. Sends it over to Farn, the left corner for 3. It's no good. Rebound to Pulaski County. It's Ralston with it. Hands it off to Butcher. 4:24 to go in a half. 26-22, Pulaski County. Martin out top. Thomas. Back to Butcher on the left side. Out it comes. They head fake the 3. They move in. They give it off in the corner. Martin a long 3 or a long 2. No good. Rebound to Varney. Long pass down the floor. Here's Bird with it. Feeds it across. It's Elmore. 15-footer. Missed everything.
She could not gather her momentum, and she continued to go forward as the shot went forward, and that's why it was a little long.
26-22, 3 by Martin, no good. Gerald's with a rebound for the Trojanettes. Gives to Murphy. And timeout by Piper Lindsay with 3:40 to go in the first half. Take a 30-second timeout. Trojanettes trailing 26-22. And this timeout brought to you by the People's Bank, your local community Bank working for you. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Glasgow girls lead Clinton County 53-50.
Offense has slowed down here a little bit both ways. 2 field goals apiece over halfway through the second period. They've got 2 threes, we got 2 twos. They just are very comfortable behind the three-point line. And as I said with us, when we see shots go in, we become more comfortable. Well, when they see those threes go in, it gives them the confidence to maybe even take a couple steps back and let that be part of their offense. And it is enough. They shoot just under half their shots from 3. Tonight they've shot well over half their shots from 3.
Yeah, they've made 6 already, 4 in the first quarter, 2 here in the second quarter. Average 8 per game.
And I think you would agree, Jay, we played very well so far.
Yes, I think so.
We've got to close the half like this or it's all for naught.
Yep. Comes out to Murphy. And the point out front, and then with Elmore straight away. Back over to Murphy. Down the left corner, Bird with it. Now Bird. And now has to dribble it out, looking, and bounces it off to Murphy. Over it goes to Elmore in the corner. Atkinson pulls the trigger, and halfway down and out. Rebound comes off to Monroe for Pulaski County. Here's Butcher down the right side, cuts back left, shovels it back off there to Monroe. And back around it goes to Thomas. Down to 3 minutes to play in the half. 26-22 the score.
Not made a 3 tonight. We're 0 of 4, and they have made 5 of theirs.
It's Holt shooting a 3-point shot. It's no good. Nice rebound by Atkinson. Fires it across diagonally. Elmore saves it into the hands of Bird.
Good hustle. Get back in there.
Back out to Murphy. Sends it to Atkinson. Atkinson. They spread out that defense.
Yeah.
Comes back to Murphy. 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Right side Atkinson. Back to Murphy. One dribble. Back to Atkinson. Back over to Murphy. Gonna launch it. 3-pointer there. Good.
You can see that one setting it up, and that's we have to almost be chess players out there. You got to see it 2 moves ahead of the defense, and it was swung around, and Katie Murphy was what Piper calls shot ready right there to let it fly for our first 3.
The People's Bank 3-point shot for Katie Murphy. She's made about 6 or 7 already in the first 7 games she's played in this year. Average about 1 a game. 26-25 the score. Just under 2 minutes to play. And what do we have here?
3 seconds. 15 was in the lane for a long time. They called that in the JV game. I haven't seen that called all year. But when you're just standing there, it's pretty obvious right in front of the stripes.
Martin comes back in for Pulaski County, replacing Holt, who has 2 fouls on her. We're down to 1:53 to play. Barren down by 1. 26-25. It's Katie Murphy with the basketball for the Trojanettes. Against the 2-3 zone. Varney on the right wing. Down to the right corner. Now Atkinson. Oh, dangerous pass picked off. Martin all the way to the hoop. Will lay it up and in.
Yeah, they shoot passing lanes really well. 3 turnovers each quarter for us. We had a chance to take the lead on that trip. Now it's back to a 3-point game.
28-25, 1:22 to play in the first half. Atkinson with the basketball. Bounces it over to Bird. Bird jumps it back over to Atkinson to the right side. Oh, dangerous pass again. Bird back to Atkinson in the corner. Murphy for the 3. It's short. Pulaski County back the other way with it. Here's Butcher. Sends it off. Martin bounces it down in low. Thomas puts it up and in.
A little bit of offensive spurt there.
And it's 30-25 Pulaski County. 53 seconds to play here in the first half.
It's our first 2 of the quarter, isn't it?
Long 3. Atkinson can't get it to go. Ball gets knocked down, but Pulaski County all over that one with 40 seconds to play. Actually, that's their second 2.
Okay.
Martin.
Sorry, I missed
Martin
one.
hit the other one.
Okay. Maybe a little quick on that possession. You would like to take more time off the clock and give them a chance to go up 7 or 8 here with a make. So close it on defense and leave it at worst a 5-point game.
Yeah. Got 20 seconds to play in the half. Butcher just bounces against the deck. 16 seconds to play. Against Shelby Bird defending her. Backs off a little bit, down to 8. Here's Butcher behind the back dribble. In the corner, 3-point for Murray, and she swishes it through. And a long desperation shot falling short. That's the end of the first half. Pulaski County with their largest lead of the ball game at 8. It's Pulaski County 33, Barren County 25. We'll come back with our halftime report brought to you by Extreme Cheer after this timeout. You're following Trojanet basketball on 104.7 The Score.
I have been taking ag class since my 8th grade year. In 8th grade, I was able to be the BCMS FFA secretary, and that's when I first started falling in love with FFA and ag classes. It has made me such a better public speaker. Before FFA, I was scared to get up on the stage and give a speech or even perform with the drama club. But now it has helped me become a better speaker, a better leader, a better server as well, because FFA is also very service-based, and it really has helped me come out of my comfort zone.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
25. Lady Maroons led at the end of the first quarter 20-18. They outscore Barren County 13-7 in the second period of play. Pulaski County with 13 field goals in the first half, 7 of those coming from behind the arc. They did not attempt to free the first half. Madeline Butcher with 3 threes and a 2 for 11 points. Sydney Martin with 4 two-point baskets for 8. Brooklyn Thomas with a 3 and a 2 for 5. And a three-pointer each from Maggie Holt, Hannah Murray, and Taylon Ralston. For the Trojanettes, 11 field goals in the first half. One of those a three-point shot, 2 for 2 from the charity line. And Abby Varney with 8 points on 3 field goals and 2 for 2 from the foul line. Katie Murphy with a 3 and a 2 for 5 points. 4 points each for Katie Elmore and Katie Geralds. Both those have a couple of field goals apiece. And 2 points for Taylor Strange and Ashley Atkinson with 2. Shelby Bird saw action but did not score in the first half. 3 field goals by the Trojanettes and 2 of them coming from Katie Murphy.
Both teams shot the ball really, really well. Both teams plus 50% from the floor. We were 11 of 21 for 52%. They were 13 of 23 for 57. The biggest difference, however, is the fact that we just made 1 of 8 field goal attempts. They made 7 of 13. So 13 of their 23 shot attempts were from behind the arc, and over half of their 13 makes, 7 were threes. So a big difference when you make 7 of 13 buckets from behind the arc versus 1 of 11. And that we're fortunate, honestly, in some ways, to be just an 8-point game. But you give up a drive there, and at the end of the half, they kick it for a 3. You almost have to guard the 3-point line. And in some ways, as well as they have shot it so far, you want them to take a drive, or you would give up a drive, a contested drive over a kicked out 3 or even a rotated out 3. So drive them off the line. That's Piper's message at halftime. You've got to make them put it on the floor, drive, and give up more going towards the bucket than you do out around the 3-point line. 6 turnovers for the Trojanettes, 3 each quarter. We forced Pulaski into 4. Rebound-wise, we've out-rebounded them 11-8. They average about 5 or 6 more rebounds a game than we do, but we have out-rebounded them 11-8. 1 offensive board for us, which, we can probably crash the glass a little bit better than we have. But on the flip side of that, I think our rebounding has been very good on the defensive end and not giving up any offensive rebounds. But at the same time, when both teams are shooting as well as they are, there's not that many offensive rebounds to be had. So very clean game, some turnovers. Honestly, we had a chance, to take the lead. I think we were down 1. And then we turned it over. They hit a couple of threes, and then you are where we are here at an 8-point game.
21 of Pulaski County's 33 points coming from three-point land. And no fouls on the Trojanettes in the first half. Only 4 committed against Pulaski County, 2 on Maggie Holt, 1 on Brooklyn Thomas, and 1 on Sydney Martin. It's going to be a busy week next week after we get through Saturday night at Owensboro Sports Center. The Trojans taking on Butler County, the last game of 7 at the Ruoff Mortgage Basketball Classic, taking on Butler County. Not sure what time we'll get on the air because there's 6 games before ours, and it starts at 10:30 Saturday morning. Evansville Day School and Whitesville Trinity, then followed by Evansville North and Davis County, McLean County, Hancock County. That's a boy-girl doubleheader in the middle of the day. And then Louisville, Butler, and Ohio County to start the evening session with Muhlenberg County against Evangel Christian out of Louisville. And then the Trojans against Butler County slated to start at 8, but they're only allowing like an hour and a half for each game. So it could be 9:30 before we even get that game going. We'll just have to wait and see. But that'll be our next broadcast on Saturday night from the Owensboro Sports Center. But next week is the busy week. We have 4 nights of basketball next week. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. 3 of them are on the road. They're all double headers. The start on Monday night with the District 15 doubleheader at Allen County, Scottsville. And then we'll travel to Franklin Simpson the following night for a doubleheader. Monroe County here next Friday night. And then we'll go on the road to Adair County next Saturday night. Of course, Trojanettes won by 35 against the Lady Patriots in that first game back on December the 15th. Shot the ball really well, hit 6 of 8 threes in that game. They shot over 60% from the field. Allen County Scottsville only shot 26% in that game. And Trojanettes had 4 players in double figures in that Lady Patriot win. Varney had 15, Gerald's had 14, Atkinson and Bird had 11 points apiece. But, got to try to win that one Monday night.
Yeah, that'll wrap up the 15th district. That is the final district game. Warren East and Allen play tomorrow night.
Yes.
So you'll have an idea of – actually, let's take that back. Glasgow and Allen play
that's right.
after us on the night. So it'll wrap it up for us, but it won't wrap it up for the whole district. In reality, Allen County's only played half their district games. They've still got another round with each other.
This has been the Extreme Cheer halftime report. We'll come back with Farmers R.E. Jackie Browning's second half after this break. 33-25. Trojanettes trail Pulaski County on 104.7 The Score.
What I really like with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
Here at the Business Department, we offer 5 different career pathways: accounting, admin support, entrepreneurship, management, and marketing. We're also adding travel and tourism to our department also.
Name one career field that doesn't use business skills. You can't, because business skills translate across all careers.
Well, the FBLA and the business pathways are so much fun, and the teachers are amazing. Miss Wright, Miss Rush, and Miss Childress are like my moms at school, and they're awesome. I personally love the marketing pathway, and that's the pathway that I have completed. And so it's a lot of fun, and you get to do co-op your senior year if you've completed the pathway. My co-op is amazing, and I love it here. But the business pathway just has allowed me so many new opportunities to meet new friends. My best friends are in the business pathway, and I met them when I was a freshman. And we have just completed this pathway together and had so much fun.
Second half about to get underway. Trojanettes trailing Pulaski County 33-25. It's been Pulaski County's largest lead of the ball game. They outscored the Trojanettes 13-7. They hit 3 threes in that second quarter. They hit 4 threes in the first quarter. And that's what's pushed the lead out for the Lady Maroons. And it will be their basketball as we start the third period, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op.
Pulaski County is actually on a 7-0 run. The Katie Murphy 3 pulled us within 26-25, and they scored the last 7 points to give them the 8-point halftime lead.
And that was on a 3 and a couple of 2s. Butcher with the basketball for Pulaski County. Bounces it off to Martin, fires it down to Holt. They kick it out to Martin, fakes a 3, goes to the left side of the lane. Butcher back over to Holt for 3. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Gerald. Here's Atkinson, midcourt stripe, over to Elmore. Elmore getting some pressure out there. Reverses back to the left side, dumps it into Strange. Strange turns and fires it up. She missed it, but a foul on Pulaski County. And they're going to put it on 25, and that is Murray. Her first, team's first of the quarter. Taylor Strange, a 68.5% foul shooter on the season. First one is no good off the front of the iron. She'll have one more. And she puts this one up, and it's in there. 33-26, Pulaski County. Butcher to set it up for the Lady Maroons. Sends it off left side over to Murray. Across it goes over to Thomas. Gets rid of it to Butcher. The right side. Holt swings it left to Martin. Martin out top to Butcher. Butcher shovels it back off. Martin down the lane, goes under and puts it in.
You got to commit to the help. Commit to the help. Not the kick.
10 points for Martin, all on 2-point baskets. It's 35-26, largest lead of the night for Pulaski County. A little over a minute gone here in the third. Right side is Elmore. Elmore sends it out to Strange. Over the left side, Gerald's with it. Back out top, Barney. Barney back right side over to Strange. Gets double teamed, has it knocked loose. Turnover, Pulaski. Martin on the other end, lays it up and in.
Not spaced out enough timeout. Oh, Pulaski took the timeout. I was asking for a timeout on our behalf as they have opened up their largest lead off of our turnover. We're not spacing enough on offense to make it difficult for guard. They basically can sit in the paint right now and guard all 5 of our girls. And up to an 11-point lead from an 8-point halftime lead.
And one time you mentioned 26-25 when Katie Murphy hit that 3-point shot. Since then, they have scored 11. Barren County has scored 1. 11-1 run by Pulaski County.
And even though we played extremely well offensively, 11 field goals out of 21 attempts, 52%, you can't have a lull against Pulaski because they shot 57. They're not going to drop very much. I mean, they may drop into the low 40s at worst. They're not going to have a spurt 4 or 5 minutes where they don't score. So if you do, game over.
Yep. Atkinson on the left side. One dribble. Sends it over to Varney. Now Varney trying to make a move, being chased out of the baseline, spins, throws it out to Strange, tries from 17, no good. And the rebound to Holt for Pulaski County. Holt, diagonal pass, right side, Butcher, shovels off of Martin. Martin, and it hit Elmore right in the face. He tried to throw it off and Ricocheted off Elmore's face there, and here's Butcher with the basketball. Over to Murray. Out top, Martin. Right side, Butcher. Out to Holt. Swings it left over to Thomas. Thomas looking inside. Out top now to Holt. Right side is Murray. Murray. And lobs it off in there to Holt. Kicks it off the left corner. Martin shoots the three, and it's good. That's her first three. Who leads the team with 3-point shots of the season. Here's Varney from 15. Rattles and stays.
First bucket of the half. Martin, she's pretty versatile, isn't she? She can do just a little bit of everything. She can post it up. She can drive it. She can shoot it from the corner.
40-28, Pulaski County. They were up by 14 there for a moment. 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Holt right side of the key. Dumps it down low. Martin out to Thomas for the three. It's no good. Missed everything. Out of bounds.
Offensive rebounds in this game are non-existent. There's only been one offensive rebound the whole game. Now that we're missing shots, we have to see if we can go get some. The blockouts have just been really good both ways, though.
And they've got their average now of 8 threes a game, 8 in this one, and we haven't played half of the third quarter. Here's Varney, turnaround shot, free throw line, no good.
There we go, go get
wide
it.
Open. Gerald's in the right corner, and a pass deflected out of bounds, trying to go back to Atkinson. (40-28), Pulaski County, 4:33 to play, third period. Comes into Gerald's, back to Atkinson. Atkinson on the dribble. Bounce pass off to Elmore. Out front, back to Atkinson. Atkinson, here's the lob, down underneath the strain. She has it blocked, but a foul on Martin. Got her from behind. That's going to be her second and the team second.
5'11", she almost was able to reach over top, but they got her with the body, and I think she got a little upper extremity as well.
Taylor Strange for 2 more free throws. First one goes in, hit the front rim and fell over in. 40-29. Strange second toss is good. 40-30. Pulaski County, 4:20 to play here in the third period. Pulaski County's Butcher with the basketball. Working to the right side, going to drive to the hoop, scoops it up and in, and a foul.
Little double stagger set. That's what they ran at the end of the quarter down here, and they actually went the other way, made a little behind-the-back move, kicked it to the corner for a three. That time they used the 2 screens and were able to get through the traffic right to the rim. That's just a communication error to be able to navigate that.
First free throws for Pulaski County. Butcher, a 74%er, and she missed it. Rebound comes off to Strange. Katie Murphy back in the court now for the Trojanettes. Off to Elmore. Elmore, diagonal pass, finds Atkinson, puts it up too strong against the window.
Anticipated contact that never came.
Here comes Martin, driving, throws it up on the run, and got it to go down. Hit the back of the rim and fell in. Martin with 9 points in this quarter, 11. Total of 11 here in the 9 of the 11. They hook it back over to Elmore in the corner. Atkinson, 44-30, Pulaski County now, 3:34 to play in the third. Katie Murphy trying to dump it in, had it batted back to her out of bounds.
5 of 7 this quarter. We're just 1 of 4, and that's why the lead has ballooned to 14.
Yep.
Almost double the halftime margin.
Martin was 17 points in the game. Butcher has 13. Baseline as Varney forces it up, shot it over the rim. Atkinson got it back. There's Elmore, put it up. It won't go. Varney back up and in off the window.
Stayed with it there. We needed that bucket really badly.
Yep. 44-32. 3:10 to play in the third period. Varney with 12 points on 5 field goals and a couple of free throws.
Very quick game. No fouls called.
Martin leaves it out with Butcher. Out now to Ralston, who's back in the court now. Over to Monroe, who also in the ball game. 2:52 to play in the third, and it's a 12-point Pulaski County lead. Here's Monroe, dumps it down low. Martin up and under move against Varney, and a foul. Going to be her second, team second of the quarter. Martin is an 83% foul shooter on the season. And you can say automatic.
Yeah, she's a good player. I'm sure she's getting looks from somewhere. Somebody can text me and tell me where if they know, but I don't exactly know where she'll go here after she graduates.
45-32. Second shot is also good for Martin. 14-point lead, 2:40 to play in the third. There's Elmore out front. Back to Murphy. Back over to Elmore on the right side. Back to Murphy. Spots up. Shoots the three. No good. Rebound to Holt for Pulaski County. Had a good look. Just wouldn't go down.
It's going to be hard to catch up with them because they shoot it so well and they take care of the basketball. Don't turn it over.
Holt trying to penetrate down the lane. Scoops it up with the right hand. Came up short. Offensive rebound by Martin. Ralston lost the handle. Shelby Bird, who's back in the court, off to Elmore. As we come down to 2 minutes to play, that pass almost picked up by Butcher. Here's Murphy, diagonal pass to Varney, 10-footer, no good. Martin with a rebound for Pulaski County.
Gone cold at a bad time, man.
They leave it with Butcher. Curls around to the right. Leaves it with Ralston. Dump it down to Monroe. Back to Butcher. Had it swiped out of her hands by Bird and out of bounds. Hannah Murray returning for Pulaski County. Katie Gerald's for Barren County. Gerald comes in for Strange. 1:43 to play here in the third. They set it out to Martin. Martin going one-on-one against Varney. Spins. They've got away with a walk. And there it is.
She pivot, switched it, then tried to up and under. She did a little bit of everything and went one dribble all the way to almost to the block.
So Barren County's basketball, minute 38 to play here in the third period as Katie Murphy brings it up for the Trojanettes. 14-point lead for Pulaski County. Murphy, that should have been a foul right there. No call.
It can't be predictable because they're really jumping out in the passing lanes.
Here's Bird, has it stolen away from her by Ralston. Ralston sends it down the left corner to Martin. Hands it back to Ralston, fakes the three, goes baseline, feeds it inside there, and we're going to have a foul on Shelby Bird.
Yeah,
that'll be Michaela Monroe, a 6-foot 8th grader, going to the free throw line.
What they do, they get you in a situation like down 14. They really put the clamps on you defensively, and that allows them, because they have a more margin of an error, they really take chances. They take chances, they swipe at it, they dig, they jump in passing lanes, and not only is it smothering offensively, but it leaves you no room for error.
Yeah. Monroe takes the first of two. She'll have one more. And it's on the way. Get a lane violation.
Yeah.
So the free throw will not count. And a 15-point lead now for Pulaski County, 47-32.
Down 20 at one point last year and came all the way back. So a lot more points scored this game in that one, though.
Yeah. Elmore fakes, drives, leaves it off with Gerald's. Gerald's out to Bird.
Swing it.
Murphy, bounce pass over to Varney. Fakes, drives, goes under, a little pump fake, gets fouled.
Scored 25 in the first half. We've only got 7 here this quarter. You have an 18-point first quarter is mainly what drove that. And then after that 18 points, you've got 7 back-to-back quarters here.
Barney for 2. First one good. She's 3 for 3. Now with 13 points on the night. That's 47-33. Second shot of the way. Good again for Varney. Now with 14. Barren 5 of 6 from the free throw line. And Varney has the only 2-point, or the only baskets, two-pointers. 47-34 here in this quarter. 42 seconds to go. Ralston leaves it out there with Caroline Heist, who's in the game, a 5'8", 8th grader. Down to 30 seconds. And Ralston dribbling across. We'll leave it with Murray out in the middle of the court. 18 seconds to play here in the third period. Down to 12. Ralston behind, or Murray behind the back dribble. Spins back, goes to a little hook shot. That time came up short. Got some time here. Pass was deflected, but Elmore got it. Gets fouled. Looked like she was trying to go up with a shot because there was only 2 seconds to play.
I think it was probably a 2. I'll watch the replay, but good awareness, just getting it off, but there was absolutely no need to foul her there.
Ralston commits her first. That's the 4th foul. Elmore for 2. First one's good. It's her 5th point of the game. Scored a couple of field goals back in the first quarter. And the second shot is bouncing off. And the rebound to Pulaski County. That'll do it for the quarter. So after 3, it's Pulaski County 47, Barren County 35. We'll return with the fourth quarter after this timeout. It's Trojanet basketball on 104.7 The Score.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 Little Pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
At Barren County High School gym, the Trojanettes trail by 12 to Pulaski County 47-35. Pulaski County scored 14. The Trojanettes scored 10 in that third quarter. Here's Barney trying to penetrate, splits the defenders, and we called for steps.
We were 2 of 9 that period, just 22%, while they were 5 of 9, still consistently in the mid-50s. As you said, we got outscored by about those few margins. We did hit a few more free throws, but still not catching up here.
6 of 8 from the foul line there in the third period. Here's Butcher. Gives it over to Holt. Now to Thomas on the right side. Thomas send it out to Murray. Murray around the top of the horn. Gives it back over to Holt. Now Holt, one dribble out to Butcher. Swings it right over to Martin. Martin back to Holt for 3, and it's short. And rebounded there by Atkinson. She gets rid of the basketball to Shelby Bird. Bird back over to Atkinson. Atkinson bounced past right corner Strange. And try to feed it into Barney. Bad pass.
Threw it right into the defense. Yep. That's what we've been doing over the last 3 or 4 games.
1 minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Pulaski County 47, Barren County 35. Martin on the left wing, dumps it down low, posted, and there's Thomas, hooks it back off the right side. Butcher, high-arching 3, that's no good. Chasing down the rebound is Taylor Strange. Gives to Shelby Bird. Now Bird on the right side. Bounce pass in the corner. Gerald's trying to go baseline, reverses it up, had it blocked. Martin got a hand on it. And Thomas loses the handle, and Bird comes up with it. Got a 5-on-2 here. Bird pulls up, 10-footer, no good. And the ball gets knocked away, and on the rebound, it is Murray driving behind the back pass. Butcher throws it up and in, and a foul. Foul on Atkinson, her first. Team's first in the fourth quarter. Butcher is 0 for 1 from the foul line. And the shot goes up, and it's in there. Old-fashioned three-point play for Madeline Butcher. She has 16 points tonight, 5 above her average of 11. And the largest lead for Pulaski County now, 50-35. Elmore gives to Bird. She was open. 3-point shot. Drains it.
First 3 of the second half.
Shelby Bird, her first points tonight, too. That's number 17 from behind the arc on the season for the freshman. And it's 50-38, 5:50 to play.
The second 3 of the night for the Trojanettes.
Murphy hit the other one back in the second quarter. Long three, Thomas bounces it off the rim, and Atkinson with a rebound, a whistle, and a foul. Going to be on Thomas, her second. Team's first of the fourth quarter. And it's Elmore with the basketball for the Trojanettes. Cuts back left, gives it off the Bird, spots up, shoots another three. It's going to bounce off the rim this time. Holt with a rebound, gets rid of the basketball to Martin. Martin stops, can't shoot, gives it out to Butcher. Butcher sends it left to Murray. Out to Holt. Now Holt starts in, leaves it with Butcher, top of the key. Now Martin with it. Martin backs up behind the arc, now curls in the lane. Shaw off the right side. It's Holt for three. It's off the mark. And Elmore with a rebound. Just under 5 to play. They fail over the head of Strange and out of bounds.
4 turnovers this quarter, more than any other.
Barren County only 3 field goals here in the second half.
Still within striking distance, but time is going to wind down on us pretty quickly. They got to continue to give us a chance here by throwing up threes. I don't know. I don't know why they're continuing to shoot it, but
Holt out to Thomas. Martin now Butcher with it. Butcher crossover dribble left, leaves it with Murray. Out to Holt. Now Butcher comes by to get the pass. Takes it right side, throws up the shot. Oh, got a foul. And it's on Atkinson, her second personal. Number 2 on the Trojanettes here in the fourth quarter. Two shots for Madeline Butcher. First one on the way, no good. She's 1 for 3 from the line. Knocked down 3 threes in the first half. Katie Murphy back in the ball game. Second shot is no good. Varney with a rebound. 4:15 to play. Varney driving, leaves it underneath. It's Elmore putting it up and in.
Great pass.
Nice speed from Varney.
Yeah, aggressiveness. You got to be that aggressive, and we got to turn it over and be that aggressive on the defensive end too.
50-40. Barren back within 10 after trailing by 15. Here's a jumper by Martin at the free throw line.
You know who their go-to is when we try to cut it there.
21 for Martin now. 13 of the second half. 52-40. Pulaski County. It's Katie Murphy. Sends it over to Bird. In the corner, Varney. Varney in a trap. Back to Bird. One dribble. Fires it down to Atkinson, and she puts it up and in.
What a pass.
It's almost a no-look pass there, really.
Yeah.
Just find Atkinson breaking to the bucket. Nice pass from Shelby Bird.
Looked it off to Katie and then fired it down. They've got some weakness in the backside of that if we can get it over top of them.
Yep. Martin spots up for the three. Way off the mark. Elmore with a rebound. Elmore on the left side. Stops. Throws it across to Atkinson. Now to Bird. Here's her shot. Comes up short. And rebound by Pulaski County.
He, as in their coach, Atkins, very unhappy with that last three, even though it was by their best player. Very unhappy. A little rush shot, but we couldn't capitalize. I thought Shelby had a lane. She could have taken it to the rim there. Decided to pull up for a 15-footer.
Still just a 10-point lead here with 3 minutes to play. They led by as many as 15. It was 49-35.
You know their coach is upset when he gets up. He doesn't get up. It's very unorthodox. He doesn't get up throughout the whole game, and I noticed that when we were down there last year. And during timeouts, they actually kind of gather around him instead of him getting up and letting them sit down. So it's he's obviously pretty good, but just a different way to do it.
I think it was actually 50-35.
Yeah,
that was the largest lead. And Barron's gone on a 7-2 run.
It was 50-35. That was about 6.5, around 6:15, 6.5 to go in the fourth.
So with 3:01 to play, 52-42, Pulaski County. And the Lady Maroons with the basketball. It's Butcher. Brings it into the front court. Sends it off to Holt. Dribbles to the right. Leaves it with Ralston, who's back in the court now. Now Ralston looking. Back to Holt. Tried to penetrate. Backs it out. Gives it to Butcher. 2:38 left.
Gonna press up a little bit. Maybe run and jump, do something different here. They're just going to throw it around after that little scolding.
Elmore reaching in, trying to go for the steal, and it goes into the back court, but retrieved by Pulaski County. Now we're going to get a foul on Elmore as she overcarded Ralston. It's her first, team's third.
Yeah, you're okay with that. You've got plenty of fouls to give, but you have to change up and you have to be aggressive there. You have to get after them and put some pressure on them.
3 out of the corner, Martin. No. Rebound, Shelby Bird. She's trapped. Trying to clear it out. Whistle and a foul.
Not even close to a jump ball. Nobody had dual possession, and Shelby trying to get him off of her, drew the foul.
Ralston commits her second. That's the second foul in Pulaski County. Long pass down to the corner. Varney up the baseline. Trapped. Had it swiped away. And up court with it. It's Butcher. Down to 2:06. They give it to Ralston. Ralston on the left side. Hasn't put down the dribble yet. Out to Butcher. 1:55 remaining. They can leave it with Holt. Back to Butcher. Butcher wants to drive. Gets around Atkinson. Oh, it's going to go through the hands of Ralston and out of bounds. And Barren County with the ball with the mid-48.
They're 0 of 6 from 3. They got 2 turnovers. They're giving us every single chance to get back in the basketball game. I have no idea why they haven't adjusted their offense, adjusted the way they played a little bit, because really we're not doing much different defensively. They're just giving us chances.
Here's Shelby Bird on the right side. One dribble, fires up a 3, drains it.
Hey, I'm fine with it. That's what I'm saying. Play aggressive. You got to take chances. You're down 10. You've been down as much as 15. I don't care for that shot at all because she looked off the defense, kind of faked the pass, and had the opening. And she got 2 threes tonight.
Yes,
Katie got the other one.
Both in this fourth quarter for Shelby Bird. Yeah, Katie Murphy the other 3, and that cuts it to 7. At 52-45 with a minute 40 to play.
Plenty of timeouts both ways. We've got 3. They've got 2, and they have the arrow. Both teams a few fouls away from being in any type of penalty.
And a 2 run by the Trojanettes after trailing 50-35 with 6.5 minutes to play.
What do we do out of this timeout? Do we pick up a little bit of pressure? We've got some varieties. I don't really like the 1-3-1 against them, to be honest with you. But do we pick up a 1-2-2? We've not seen the diamond, or I haven't seen the diamond press at all this year. But it looks like there's some version of a 1-2-2 that we can throw out there at them right now.
Ball comes into Butcher.
No, maybe it's just a man here.
Yeah, Atkinson guarding her. And now Atkinson tried to go for the steal there. Butcher curls back out. Now being chased and a timeout by Pulaski County. The Trojanettes had the pressure on her.
Katie almost had a little track on the basketball.
Yeah. So another timeout by the Lady Maroons, a minute 27 to play. Barren County has 3 timeouts. Pulaski County has 1 remaining. 7-point lead, 52-45.
They're just trying to circle the basketball out, and Katie recognized that, and she couldn't really find an angle to tap it away. But we have played really well against them. You go back to this is a different team than Bowling Green. They don't quite pressure you as much as Bowling Green. They've got the same amount of threes almost, I feel like, as Bowling Green did the other night. But our offense has been better. Maybe that's being at home. Maybe that's just seeing a few shots go down to begin with. But the way we've played tonight, we'd have beat Bowling Green the other night.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think there's any question about it. And to be honest with you, we have an outside chance to try to sneak back in this one, but we've got to have a few more breaks go our way.
Yeah. Pulaski County basketball. And Holt will Inbound comes into Butcher. Butcher's going to be fouled by Atkinson.
I assume they're a really good free throw shooting team.
They are about 70% as a team. Ball comes into Martin. Martin. And it's swiped away. Shelby Bird. She'll go in for the layup. Got it.
Timeout.
You were swipe of the basketball.
You and I both were thinking, don't foul her, because they were coming at her and sent 3 towards her, but it just overwhelmed their best player in Martin, and Shelby picked her pocket and really calmly took it to the bucket to make it a 2-possession basketball game. And why do you not foul Martin? Went right there because she's an 83% shooter, their best free throw shooter. She's only missed 15 of her 88 attempts all year long.
When you take Butcher, 74%er, she's 1 for 4 tonight.
Really, they haven't shot a ton of free throws. But you think about it, a team that shoots threes isn't going to, at the level they do, they're not going to go to the bucket. They're not going to shoot a ton of free throws. Really, they've only got about 3 kids that have been there more than 15 times.
Right.
But.
And then Barren now on a 12-2 run since the 6:30 mark. It's a 2-possession game. 52-47.
If you can, I'd foul Thomas. Thomas is 15 right here in front of us, right? She's about 55%.
And Murray's 36.8 if you get it in her hands. Holt having trouble. They finally get it into Ralston. Back to Holt. Holt takes it up the left side. Ooh. Gets into a trap. Here's pass over to Ralston. Ralston stolen away. Bird has it for the Trojanettes. Gives to Murphy. 1 minute to play in the ball game. Underneath to Varney, and it's blocked. And going to be out of bounds to the Trojanettes.
Be a great time to call a foul there, but I think they probably got it clean. The follow through just went through to the body.
I thought Murphy might have attempted a 3-point shot there, but decided to pass it off to Varney, breaking to the basket. Bird gets it in the corner. Varney. Around it goes, it's slapped, but chased down. Elmore's got it on the right side. 53 seconds to play. She's really getting a lot of pressure. Bird out of the corner. High arching shot. Rims no good.
We've got to have somebody crash the glass there besides one.
And here's the pass down to Martin. Martin drives in against Elmore, puts it up and in.
You got to kind of go all out right there and get that because you got to leak out on the backside.
54-47 in Pulaski County with 36.2 to play. Full timeout, and I believe that's their last one.
Yeah, it is. Game changes drastically if we're able to convert off that Shelby steal because it's going to be 50 or 49-52, right? So it'll be a one-possession game, but instead we didn't get the bucket. They did, and it's a much different game. You go from a 4-point swing there from a 3-point possibility to a 7-point deficit.
Yep.
Chances. And that's what I said. You had an outside chance there, and it really just weren't able to convert. But to be there, I think we've really played well down the stretch. And Pulaski, frankly, has given us some help. If I were them, I would be very displeased down their stretch execution.
Yeah. 36.2 seconds. Barren County will have the basketball, trailing by 7. Ball rolls into Murphy. Murphy gets it across midcourt, fires it off in the right corner to Bird. Back out to Murphy. Long, 25-footer, short. And chased down in the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds off Pulaski County. Trojanettes get it back with 25.4. If it had a little more arch on it, I think it would have went in.
Yeah, that's
just a little bit too far out.
Yeah.
Atkinson on the left baseline to toss it in. Varney trying to drive, throws up a 3. No. Rebound, put back up and in by Atkinson. And timeout for the Trojanettes with 20.2. It's 54-49, Pulaski County.
We should have one timeout left, and they have none.
Yeah.
I think.
I believe that's right.
But this game is as you knew it would be, win, lose, a pretty good example of some things that we have to make sure we continue to do. We started the game off hot. We played really well in the beginning, and we had a little lull there in the third, only 2 of 9. But we've done what we needed to kind of get back in the game. Have they gone cold shooting 3? Yeah, they're 0 of 6. But you still have an opportunity in the game, but you have to take advantages of opportunities, and that's because you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive to get to the basketball, get to the rim, get to any of those things. So.
.2 to play. And Holt gets the ball into Butcher. Going to have a foul. She got into a trap. Foul is on Varney. Her third. And that is 5 fouls on the Trojanettes here in the fourth quarter. Butcher at the line where she's 1 of 4. And if you want to foul somebody, I guess that's who you foul. But she got that one.
Yeah, percentage-wise, she's much better than that 1 of 4. There's a reason she got the ball.
Yeah. Butcher got that one to go in. Took a lot of rim, but it went down. 56-49, Pulaski County. Here's Varney pulling up in the lane. Had it blocked, and we're going to get a foul with 14.2. They put this one on Martin, her 4th. Team's 3rd of the quarter. Abby Varney at the line, 4 for 4 tonight with 14 points. Puts up the first one. It's good.
Their coach has been telling them they've got 2 fouls to give, or really 1 foul to give, and he's like, you're supposed to foul before they get the shot off there.
Second shot is up. Good again for Varney. 56-51, 14 seconds to play. Ball comes into Butcher. She's fouled by Atkinson, and that is her, I believe that's her 4th.
Yeah. You don't really have much choice there as soon as they catch the foul, even though she just hit 2.
And Butcher just canned a pair. Second to go. 3 of 6 on the night. First shot goes up, and it's no good.
They have nobody on the line, so you got to make sure you block out the shooter there. She missed that one. Likelihood she misses another one, not great, but.
Got the second one. 57-51, 2 possessions, going to need 2 threes, and here's Varney, long 3, almost banked it in. Comes out to Butcher on the rebound. Butcher will dribble it out and hand it off to Martin, and that'll be the ball game. Pulaski County wins it 57-51 over the Trojanettes. They go to 16-5 on the year. Barren County drops to 16-6 on the season. We'll come back and talk with Coach Piper Lindsay after this break on 104 The Score.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
Classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow. And so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities and it's prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them
For med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree, our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
Well, they were burning it up on threes there the first half, but I thought our defense changed it a little bit there in the second half, forcing them not to shoot as many threes, but still they got to go to the line, and we just couldn't make any shots there in the, especially the second quarter. That hurt us, but we did make some free throws. I think we had 2 field goals there in the third, but still I thought we played a pretty good game overall.
No, I agree. I thought we did a good job of just sharing the basketball, and like you said, they just make it tough. They really space out well. They're really good defensively. You've got to really find the open area or the open man with their little matchup zone that they do, and it's just like trying to get used to moving the basketball, being shot ready, and that's one thing we've really, really tried to enforce and just make them understand. But heck, they shoot it. I mean, we were talking before. I mean, they've made as many threes as we've attempted. I mean, 160 something, and that's, I mean, it's hard whenever you're trying to force exterior passes. That's what we preach, force exterior passes. But then when you've got a team that shoots at 33, 34%, some of them shoot 38, 37, 36. I mean, they've got 3 of them up there that high that, you kind of pick your poison, and, we want to try to get there as quickly as we can. And like you said, I thought the second half we were a little bit better, and they missed some finally.
Yeah. They had 8 threes. That's what they averaged per ball game, but 7 of those in the first half, and that's where I thought our defense played a lot better in the second half defending the 3. But as far as, we had 3 threes tonight. Murphy had 1 and Bird had 2, but, we made some free throws. And I just thought and Robert and I talked about this, if we'd have played this well against Bowling Green tonight, I think we would have beat them.
Yeah, I feel like, I thought our focus was really good. I thought, our mindset, I feel like we're having a little more fun, and that's part of it. I just feel like the joy might be coming back, and you just kind of have to realize that we got to love each other, and we got to be happy for each other. And I feel like if there's some mistakes that we made tonight, we picked each other up, and that's a lot. That goes a long way. And even though we lost, I feel like we played as good as we could.
Yeah.
The effort was there. Nobody quit on us, and it was just we did the best we could.
Yep. Now you got a busy week next week, and you start things out with Allen County Scottsville on the road Monday night, a very important district game for you. Franklin Simpson on Tuesday night, a very good Franklin Simpson team. Monroe County here next Friday, and you go to Adair next Saturday, but the focus on the Lady Patriots for you beat them by 35 here back on December the 15th. Shot the ball really well. He shot over 60% from the field and made 6 of 8 threes that night. So, and Allen County Scottsville seems to have improved a little bit. They only lost to Warren East by 1 point in overtime the other night.
Yeah, we played really, really well. That was early, and not that we can't play well again. Of course, it's over there, which that's where the district is, so that'll be a good little environment for us. But obviously, we know we got it. Morris is solid, and Aunt Ashley did a really good job on her last time, and audience, everybody's doing really good, and we got to stop her and Steenberg and Nazier, all of them. They are we match up pretty well with them, guards. But like you said, just one game at a time. We got to focus on Monday. Got to get that win, and then who knows what could happen after that.
Right. Well, Coach, you got some time to get ready for Monday night. You've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're not used to that.
No.
So, what's the plan over the next 3 days?
Well, right now I think we've seen enough of each other. We need a little break. We're definitely going to take off tomorrow, take off Saturday. Heck, we've gone. I don't even know how many games we've had in the last 12, 13 days. It's been a lot. And we haven't had many off days, and sometimes that's better than anything. Let the girls rest. We need to rest. We need to kind of get away from each other. We'll obviously watch film and have more of a mental, practice, and then we'll come in Sunday and for about an hour get some shots up and kind of go over a game plan and then be ready to go Monday.
All right, Coach. Thanks for being out here, and we'll see you on Monday night.
All right, sounds good.
Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes falling just by 6 points, 57-51 Pulaski County here on our CPC Commodities postgame report. Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a meal tonight at McDonald's on Smith Road. As the Trojanettes trailed at the end of the first quarter 20-18, it was 33-25 at halftime. Pulaski County, they went up by 12 at the end of 3, 47-35, and led by as many as 15 with 6.5 minutes to play. It was 50-35 before Barren County made a run and outscored the Lady Maroons in that fourth quarter 16-10, but 57-51 the final score. Pulaski County with 21 field goals tonight, 8 3-pointers. 7 of those were in the first half. They were 7 of 12 from the foul line. And Sydney Martin, Madeline Butcher combining for 42 of the 57 Pulaski County points. Martin had 23, 15 of those coming in the second half. Butcher had 19. And 5 points for Brooklyn Thomas. Maggie Holt had 3 on a 3-point shot. Hannah Murray with a 3-pointer, and Taylon Rosta with a 3-pointer. Michaela Monroe scored 1 of 2 from the foul line. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players that hit 3-pointers tonight for Pulaski County. For the Trojanettes, 19 field goals, 2 fewer than Pulaski County. 3 of those were 3-point shots, 10 of 12 from the foul line. Abby Varney finishing with 16 tonight. Had 5 baskets and was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Katie Murphy with a 3 and a 2 for 5 points. Katie Elmore has 7 on 3 baskets and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Katie Gerald's a couple of field goals for 4. Taylor Strange a field goal, 3 of 4 from the foul line for 5 points. And Ashley Atkinson with 3 field goals for 6. And Shelby Bird scores all 8 of her points in the fourth quarter on 2 threes and a 2.
Had us 19 of 43. 44%, 3 of 15 from 3. And a lot of those misses came in the second quarter there, as you were talking to about Piper. So 3 of 15 for just 20% from 3. They were 21 of 41, 51%, 8 of 22 from 3. And a lot of their misses came there in the fourth quarter, which gave us a chance in the game. Turned it over 12 times, which I think is a manageable number. They turned it over 8. We out-rebounded them, which I thought was a huge number for us to have a chance. And like 27-18, had 6 offensive boards and only gave up 1 to them, which, again, they were making a lot of shots early, so there weren't a ton of offensive opportunities for them on the rebound end, but we didn't give them any except for 1, and I don't think that got any points. So I'm not usually, because of the JV game, I went and kind of sat over in the corner and talked to Scott and them, and the girls were coming out stretching, and I just got a different feeling for them tonight. And I said that in the pregame. They just seemed loose. They seemed, they were joking around, and coaches take that different ways, Are they not prepared to play or not? And I felt like they were. I felt like they were having fun, enjoying each other. And Piper said, you got to find the joy in games. And you don't have a lot of joy in a loss sometimes. But I think there's some joy there to be had. And you got to enjoy this game. There's long stretches. We're together hours and up on hours. And, the girls are even together more because they're, as you said here, every day. So you've got to manage your time together. You've got to enjoy each other, and mainly you're in it together. You're in this journey together, and it's a journey, you look back in 20 years, you're going to say, wow, where did that time go? And boy, that was fun. Not every day's fun, but overall it's an experience of a lifetime when you have an opportunity to play a high school sport. And I think these girls value each other, and I know we as administrators and coaches and different stuff really obviously value our athletes and our kids. So I'm happy for them, and I think we can build off this and really go down the stretch with a game like this.
Well, it's time to name our MVP of the game, brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris.
We haven't given it to Abby in a while, I don't think. Abby had 16, and Shelby had her 8 right there in the quarter and made some threes, made some steals. But Abby played well, and she, even though Martin had 23, she guarded her for the majority of the game, and I thought she played really well and unselfishly, and our passing tonight was pretty good, which also was a factor to give us a chance against a team that really zones you a lot. So we'll go with Varney with a lot of contributors tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got a final score. Glasgow girls beat Clinton County 59-56 on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Well, our next broadcast is Saturday night in Owensboro at the Sports Center as the Trojans will take on Butler County. The game's slated to start at 8, but it may be later than that with 6 games prior to the Trojans and the Bears. So we'll have the broadcast for you nevertheless sometime after 8 o'clock on Saturday night, and then we get ready for a big week next week. Monday night on the road at Allen County, Scottsville for a district doubleheader. Tuesday night at Franklin Simpson. Friday night here against Monroe. Next Saturday at Adair County. So lots of basketball still to be played before tournament time rolls around. Our final score tonight, Pulaski County 57, Barren County 51 until Saturday night. For Robert Bauer and studio producer Todd Belcher, I'm Jay Turner. Thanks for being with us, and good night from Bobby Steenberg and Court at Barren County High School.